All right, my little art friends, welcome to the Weebly tutorial. Today, we can learn how to build and blog on Weebly. So this tutorial is all about how to make a blog and how to blog once you've got a blog. It's broken down into three parts. The first part will be setting up the Weebly blog. The second part will be how to actually blog. And the third part will be some maintenance so you can make your website look really cool. This is a video tutorial, so at any point you feel like you need to pause it, rewind it, make sure that you do that so that you get this right, in case I'm going too quick. So without any further ado, let's get started. All right, the first part is set up, creating your Weebly blog. Now, you got to log in. You probably logged into Chromebook using your school password and username, and then I want you to do the same thing obviously in Zscaler and when we get into Weebly as well. So you're going to be using your school email and password. The first thing you need to do is go to Weebly. So you can just go to Google, you can type in Weebly and it will come up with the free Weebly Builder website right here, and you can just click on that, Weebly.com. When you click on it, it will come up with this sign-in sheet. Now look, you're not going to sign in yet because you can't log in yet because you haven't actually started at all. So instead of doing this, don't do this, don't do that. Click on this login down here with Gmail. Now don't use your Gmail account, use your school email and your school password, but just make sure you start by going into the Google login. Don't do the Facebook because Facebook's blocked. Do the Google login. So go ahead and do that now. The first screen that'll come up is this one right here. What kind of website would you like to create? I just need a website. So you're going to click this. Over here, you're not going to be building an online store. We're not selling pizza or anything like that. So don't do this one. You just need a website. Click that, and we're going to get started. The next screen that comes up is your select a theme screen. What I would like you to do is click on the blogs. So it will show you all the themes that are blog related. I mean, it's tempting to do a portfolio or personal or even event site. Yeah, no, don't do any of those. Click on blog. After you click on blog, I don't care which one of the themes you choose. You can scroll down and pick one. If you like this Creative Ambitions one, just click it. Hey, you can change the theme later. It's not a big deal. So if you really don't like it, we can sit down and we can talk. I can show you how to change the theme. So for now, just pick one, and if we don't like it, we'll change it later. All right, got one? Good. Here's the one I picked. Man, I picked a horrible one. Look, it's like a battleship, and there's these elephants with all their trunks coming out trying to eat the battleship. But I've got one. So, like I said, I can change this theme later. It's not a big deal. In order to do anything, we need to start editing. So when yours comes up and it shows you your blog, it's a preview. Once you start editing, it's going to set it in stone. So let's go ahead and start editing. Before you can make a website, you need to give it a domain name or a URL. I'm giving you a naming convention for this. Here's what I would like you to do. It's a little tricky, so pay attention. I would like you to type up in this box your first name, then put a dash, then put SBHS, which stands for South Brunswick High School, then put a dash, and then put the year you were graduating. So if you were graduating in 2020, put 2020. If you're graduating in 2021, put that. If you have a very common first name, let's say Hannah, and there are 3 other Hannahs in your class, then you might want to put your first name and then a dash and your last initial, and then a dash, and then SBHS, and then a dash, and then the year you're graduating, because you need to find a unique URL. So once you have that typed in there, just click the search button, and we'll continue. It will give you these results. Now in this box here are all the professional domain names. You don't want to click any of these because they charge you $6 a month for a year to do that. We don't want that. We want the freebie. The freebie's all the way down here in the bottom where they don't think you're going to look. So when you look down here, you'll see what you wrote, your first name, SBHS, the year you graduate, .weebly.com. And if it's available, it will say choose, as it does right here. If it doesn't say choose, you're going to have to come back up here and make some changes. Again, maybe add a dash and your last initial of your last name, a first initial of your last name, excuse me, or maybe your first name and a number, Hannah 1, Hannah 2, something like that. Something that's just going to make it unique so that you can get to the point where you can choose it. Once you see choose down here, click that button. And if it's all set, your subdomain name setup will be complete. Congratulations, this is your URL right there. And you can go and show your friends, your mom, your dad, your little sister, your teacher, and give them your URL so they can see your blog. Click Done. We've got it set up. Congratulations. This is the second part of the tutorial, how to blog. You created and set up your blog, it's ready to go. Now we've got to put something on there so we can show the world what you're doing in your art class. Here's my blog, and I am on the build, which is what it defaults to, and the build button gives you these little icons here: image, title, text. These are the three main buttons you will be using. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a new post. So come down here and click this new post button, and then we'll be able to start adding images, titles, and text. Sounds like fun? All right, let's do it. Click new post. Boom, it comes up with a brand new spot to do your post right here. The first thing you notice is it says post title. You don't even need to use these yet. You can just post your title right there. Hey, what are you going to post? Well, this is your first blog post, so you might just say, hey, my first blog post. But if you were doing a unit, let's say your unit was on observation, you might say, hey, artwork from my observation unit. Or maybe, hey, artwork from the portrait unit. Whatever you need to put there, go ahead and put it. So you typed your title. Step 2 is adding an image. Now over here, I showed you that icon that used to be right there. I actually clicked on it, and I held down the mouse, and I dragged it, and I put it where I want my image to go. Wherever you see the blue line is where the image is going to go. So that's fine. Just click on that image icon and drag it right there. Let it go, and it's going to form my image box. There's the image box I just talked about. So we are now ready to upload an image. Here's the thing. You're going to click on this to upload your image. Excuse me. But before you do, you're going to need an image. So let's go get an image. What I'd like you to do is minimize the Weebly site. Just send it down to the bottom for a minute, and we'll come back to it. And go down here to where the Chromebook apps are, and I want you to find the camera icon. Find the camera icon, it's going to open up the camera, and you'll be able to take a picture using your Chromebook camera. Now, I took a picture of this water bottle because I want to do a blog post about hydration. I think staying hydrated with water is very important. So I'm just going to click that and take a picture of my water bottle. There you go. I did it. Great. Now your picture's taken. It's saved to the Chromebook. We're going to go back to Weebly and add that picture. All right, I clicked on that icon, and it says upload a photo for your computer. Good thing we took a picture of the water bottle, so we have something to upload, right? It automatically defaults to my computer, so just clicking that green button is going to send us right to the part where we can upload the picture. Let's do it now. Click. All right, we're in the download files. I went to download files, and I see all these pictures that I took, and I just happened to look right here, and there's my water bottle picture. Great, so I highlighted it. I've got the picture I want. I click open, chick, and it's going to insert that picture into my blog automatically. Here we go. Bam, wow, look at that great picture of my water bottle. Well, there's not much left to do except for add some text. So let's do that. I'm going to click on this text box, and I'm going to drag it. Now you can see I've clicked on the text box, and I dragged it right there. And wherever the blue line is, again, is where that icon's going to go. So if you see the blue line on the bottom, that means the text is going to go on the bottom. I could also have the blue line on the side, so the text would be on the side. I could have put it on the top. Just keep that in mind. Wherever the blue line is where the text box is going to go. And there it is, the text box. So it just says click here to edit, and I can click there and start typing. Let's do some typing. What should I write about? Ooh, I don't know. Oh, I know it. All right, start typing about all your art and stuff and things. Hey, I thought this was going to be a post about water bottles. Well, I forgot about that. Anyway, I could change the text if I want to. I can edit it. Also, you notice this bar popped up. Hey, that's cool. I can make the font bold. I can make it italic. I can make it bigger, smaller. I can change the color. So I can prettify my text all I want, or I can just leave it default. Whatever I do, I'm going to have it done. I'm going to have a picture, I'm going to have a title, and I'm going to have some text. Now my blog post is basically done. Next important thing to do is post it. The only time it's going to say post is this first time, because this is our first time we're posting our blog. After that, it will always say publish. Every time you make a blog page, you need to post it, or publish it, excuse me. Anytime you make changes to your site, you need to publish it. It's very important. Let's click that button. Post. There you go. My blog post was added. Your post has been added to your blog page, but it is not yet live. You will need to, there's the magic word, publish, publish, publish your site. Okay, close that. Great. I'm going to find that publish button right there, and I'm going to publish. Let's do it. Publish. Click, click. Bam! Wow, I did it. My website's published. Yay! Now I can send this URL to anybody I want, and they can see my blog post with my water bottle and my text and my title, everything I want, all right there. Hey, matter of fact, why don't you send this to your teacher right now so they know what your blog URL is and they know you have a blog site. Yeah. Hey, we're pretty much done with the blogging part. Only thing left to do is some basic maintenance. Look at that. Fantastic. All right, third part of the video, other maintenance. We're just going to clean up around a few things around your blog just so it looks pretty. This is stuff you only have to do one time, but it's just kind of important things so you just don't have a lot of junk on your cluttered up web page. You want it to look good. Let's get started. All right, the first thing you'll notice is there's probably a section over here that says author, and you can write something about yourself. Well, you know what? You don't have to leave that. You can actually write something about yourself here. So go ahead and click on that and type something. Write something about yourself, but don't get too personal. Listen, you might want to know your first name. They don't need to know your last name. They don't need to know your phone number. They don't need to know your email address. They don't need to know any of that stuff. They don't need to know your mother's maiden name. They don't need to know your social security number, your address. We're having some basic web safety here, right? We're just giving them a little bit of information and showing them some art. We're not telling them about our first dog's last name or something like that. We don't need them getting in there and trying to steal our identity. So let's be safe. Type, have fun, but keep it safe. Everything I've been showing you so far, I said, is on the build page. But there's other buttons up here that I want to talk about, in particular the settings. There's one setting you might want to change right now. So click on settings and I'll show you what it is. Here now we're into settings. And one thing you're going to see is there is a site title. And this came up with probably your name, probably by default. And I would actually like you to go change that site title. First of all, I don't need your last name. So if you want it to say Marcus's site, that's fine. But I don't even think you need to get that personal. You can just I don't know, my cool website. Let's try that. My cool art site. That's much better. All right, now I got my site title. Hey, remember, every time you make a change, hit publish because you want those changes to stick. If you go and you write my cool art site and you don't hit publish, it's not going to stick. Click that button. Okay, we're done with settings. That's the only thing you really need to change. The rest of the stuff you don't need right now. Let's move on to the next page, which is pages. When I click the pages button, I see the pages right here that are listed here. Now you can see I've got a home. That's an important page because that's where the blog is. I've also got an about page. I might keep that if I wanted to write something about myself, but I don't need a press page and I don't need a contact page. So I'm going to delete those. How do I do that? Pretty simple. I come here to my pages and I click on the page I want to get rid of. In this case, contact. It'll show me the contact page, and then when I click on it, it'll list everything below. Like that. So now it says contact. If I come all the way down to the bottom, I see the button that says delete. Yes, I do want to delete this contact page, so I'm going to click it. When I do, it's going to make sure I really want to delete it. Are you sure you want to delete this page? Yes, I do. I don't need the contact page. Hey, you can always go build a page over again. It's not a big deal to add pages. So delete it, get rid of it. All right, I deleted it. Now the next thing is the home page. Oh, by the way, I'd go back and I'd get rid of press too, but just for the sake of this video, I'm not going to do that right now. Hey, look at the home page. It says home here, and this is your home page. That's true. But really, this is the page about your art class. So what art class are you in right now? Are you in beginner? Are you in intermediate? Go ahead and type that there instead of home. Change that. The next thing you might want to do is I want to take out this big picture of the elephant eating the battleship. That's in the header, and it's the first thing you see when you go to the website. I just want you to see my blog posts. So when I click on homepage, it gives me those options again, like delete, but it also gives me this option called header. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And then when I click on header, it gives me a drop down. Do I want a header or do I want no header? I really want to get rid of that elephant, so I'm going to click no header. And when I do, boom, it's gone. And now it just says my site at the top, and it has my title and my picture. And if I scroll down a little bit, I can read that text. This is looking really good. Hey, don't forget to publish. Always publish after you make changes. All right, let's move on. Speaking of my site, I don't want to say my site. I want to do something cool. So if I click on that, I can change the text, or I can turn it off entirely. I don't even have to have something there. Or I can add an image like a logo. For now, I'm just going to change the text. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to start typing. My cool art blog. That's much better. Hey, don't forget, if you make changes, click publish. All right, I think we're almost just about done. Now I click publish, and again, my URL come up. Every time you click publish, this is going to come up, and that's fine. You can just exit out of it, and you can go back and do more changes. So don't ever be afraid to hit publish. Hit publish, this comes up, exit out, continue. You can add new blog posts if you want to. You can make more changes, add pages, delete pages, but this has always got to happen after you hit publish. All right, I've built that in enough times. The last thing you want to do, and there's my complete blog, is sign out. So you see this little X here. By clicking on this, you're going to get rid of all this, and you're going to go back to the basic front page, which is what it'll look like from now on when you log in. So it's important I show you this. So go ahead and click that after you've done all your publishing, and it's going to take you to this page. Here's where it says My Cool Art Blog. When you sign in, this is what it'll look like, and you're going to click on that, or there may be a button here that says Start editing your site. Either way, that'll get you in there so you can edit the site in the future. For now, I want you to go up here where it also says My Cool Art Site blog, which is the name of the site, right? And when you click on it, you're going to get this drop-down menu, and all the way down here at the bottom, you're going to see Sign Out. Hey, you don't want somebody else going in there and like adding blog posts. So you don't want them to pick up the Chromebook and you're logged into Weebly. Always make sure you sign out when you're done. So just click that little guy right there. Boom, and you're done. And it's going to say, come back soon. Oh, you will, every Friday. All right, that's it. Next time you come back, you can log in and you can add another blog post. I think that's it. I think we're out. All right, if you have any questions, just